How you doing, guys and gals? My name is Doug Wilson, and this is Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. Pretty funny looking, huh? Well, have you ever been backpacking, right? Backpacking, like I'm talking about real backpacks, real woods, real outdoor situations. And you're hiking down the trail and you're hungry, right? And you got to take your pack off. You got to unzip the top pocket or dig into the contents of your pack to get a granola bar or your stove or lunch or whatever, right? Well, on this video, I'm going to show you something that's very utilitarian, very comfortable, and very durable that can help you carry more on the trail in a more convenient way. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to talk about the Ribzwear. We're going to talk about the Ribzwear Front Pack. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so this is the Ribzwear Front Pack. I'm going to just give you a nice 360 of it. And basically, it was designed to give you a little bit more capacity and a little bit more convenience while you're backpacking, right? Because it can be worn with a full-size backpack comfortably. I do it all the time. So, we've got 210 denier ripstop nylon for the pack body itself, right? It's got a plethora of pockets. The website is www.ribzwear.com. R-I-B-Z, not S. Ribzwear.com. Let me see something here. There we go. All right, so I'll show you the video. I'll show you the website real quick. Let me turn this around so you guys can see it. All right. I'll just kind of show you what the store section of their video there it is. And the one that I have is the one right there in the middle, the Alpine Green Front Pack, and their price is $64.95. I think that's a hell of a deal for what you get. A hell of a deal, because I would definitely pay over $100 for this thing because of what it does. All right, let me sit this back here. All right, there we go. Okay, so this is the way it goes on. It's got a plethora of pockets. This thing has organizational features that rival some briefcases, you know. It's got two packs, one on either side, padded shoulder strap, adjustment for the body of the pack itself so that the body of the pack can, you know, nice and compact against the body. Very adjustable. You can raise and lower it with these guys here, right? You can... I like mine pretty high. You can also raise it and lower it back here as well. But I like mine it's a little higher because you got to get a hip belt around your hips with this thing on, and you want it to ride a little higher so it doesn't interfere with your hip belt. I call it a chest pack because it sits more up high, you know, it sits higher. A lot of organizational features. It's got two main pockets. Now this is the one that I carry my bushcraft kit in, my bushcraft outfit in, you know. I have three of these things. I have an older version of it, when they, maybe a second generation or whatever. My buddy Bob, the Grizz, he's the one that turned me on to these. He's been using them for many years. Probably ever since the company, you know, came about. I'm sorry, I've been sick last few days with the flu, and my throat's kind of itchy. So it's got mesh pockets on the side, on the body side, right here that you can fit things in. It's got a nice main internal compartment here. You zip it up, and it's got an outside pocket. I carry all kinds of stuff in here. Like I said, this is my bushcrafty kit, you know. Oh, here you go. If you're not carrying lighters, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Alright, anyway. There's that side. And then this side's pretty much the same. I think the inside of the pack. Here's some charred material there that I carry. Pocket knife. There's a DC4 sharpening stone, Falkniven. The Victorinox Trekker. This is actually the one with the serrations on it. I have one without that I like better than this. But this is a feather sticking monster. This thing right here. Best feather sticker, I don't know, probably in the entire world. You know, when I say it, it's true. When I say it, you can take it to the bank, right? Anyway, I think that's cute. So this is how it goes without a pack on. And you can wear it just like this. Put anything you want in it. You know, you got your trekking poles, right? You're trucking down the trail. Okay, lunchtime. Alright, so you reach in, you rifle, you get what you need, you get your pocket stove out, you know, your pocket rocket, or your alcohol stove, and your fuel, and your food, and your rice, and your, you know, whatever you want to carry in these things, you can carry. And it's well supported, padded hip shoulder straps. They're not extremely padded, but the thing's only made to carry, you know, I don't know, 10, 15 pounds. Hell, you can put 40 in here and carry it, but it gets kind of bulky the more you pack in them. I kind of like to keep them thinner when I'm actually hiking with them. So I might put a map in here, a bottle of water, right? Granola bars, maybe a small stove or an alcohol stove, right, for lunch or whatever, right? So that when I do stop and take breaks, I don't have to take my pack off and rifle through everything. I got everything right here. You know, you come to a trail juncture, right? And you got 3 intersecting trails, right? And you got to pull your map out. Well, you don't have to take your pack off to do it. The map is right here, right? Very convenient piece of gear. I'm telling you. It just is. So let me show you how to... keep pulling my pants up. I don't have a belt on. I'm in my room, right? I'm just getting over being sick. It's about 50 degrees outside. I'd like to be out, you know, it's Saturday. I'd like to be out in the bush, you know, out in the field, but shit happens, right? So, and then there's work, right? I don't consider my job work, though. All right, so I got an internal frame backpack. This is my Aether 70 by Osprey, right? One of the best packs I've ever had on my back, bar none, right? Okay. Let's put this guy on. It's only got a sleeping bag in it for now. All right. Let me undo the shoulder straps a little bit. All right. All right. So I hike. You know, I put the Ribz packs on first. Right. Now they do not interfere with the suspension of the pack at all. If they do, just kind of shift it out of the way. That's what they're made for. Right. They're made to be worn as an auxiliary pack on the front. It kind of evens out weight, right? Helps you balance things better, and to carry essentials for the day, right? While you're hiking. So I hike up the Ribz pack first, right? Then I bend over, right? I get that the hip belt on the top of my hips. Snap the hip belt closed, you know, snap it shut. Pull the cinch straps, And that pack is riding squarely on the top of my hips where it should be riding. This is an internal frame backpack. That's where it's designed to ride. The tops of your hips. 95% of that weight, 90% of that weight should be on your hips, not your shoulder. You see it right there? There, right now, there's absolutely no weight on my shoulders. That's how these packs are designed to be worn. Not all of them. If you have a rucksack, right, made by a second party or a guy who's doing it as a hobby in his basement or whatever, and it's a rucksack. Rucksacks, you have to keep your weight to a minimum with a rucksack because they are traditionally designed to ride on your shoulders. That's what a rucksack does. Internal frame backpacks are made to carry heavier weight on your hips because that's where you're designed to carry weight. And all the shoulder straps do is kind of get the pack into your body, right? Then the load lifters pull it even more. All right. So let me see if I can do this. I can't see a damn thing, right? So you pull the load lifters and make sure that the pack is nice and, so when you're trucking down the trail, things not go woo, 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 like a skyscraper. Okay. So there it is. That's how it rides. Very comfortable system with an internal frame backpack riding on your hips, and the front pack is basically riding mid-torso. There it is. That's the way it's supposed to ride. Just like that. It's a great piece of gear. Like I said, I've been using them for years now. You haven't seen it on the, well, you have. You have seen it on the channel a few times. Just haven't gone in depth on these things. Okay. What else? What else we got? Okay, so basically, here we're gonna truck down the trail again, right? Oh, phew, man, I'm tired, man. Yeah, got a trail intersection here. Which way do we go? Well, let me pull my map out. God, I'm glad I don't have to take off my backpack for this shit, right? Pull your map out, read the map, grab a granola bar, right? Grab some water, right? Put it all back in, zipper it back up. But I'm telling you, if you don't zipper it back up and you bend forward, that shit's coming out of there. Trust me, I've done it. All right? Make sure it's zipped, and off you go. Anyway, so there it is. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, my primary occupation is building custom Kydex and leather over Kydex sheath systems for clients that order them. It's a custom company. It's a custom thing. Let's see what we got here. Hold on for a sec. Ah, we got one right here. Isn't that convenient? I just happen to have one right here. This is my newest personal rig. I'm kind of proud of this one. Took me a while to build it. Quite a while. And it's got on it everything that I like on a sheath system. It's got a nice tactical, small, nice quality tactical flashlight. This is the Phoenix EO5. It's got 3 different light levels. I can actually use it in the sheath if I want, in like a 45-degree cross draw. And basically, you got it on your hip, right? When I'm backpacking, the thing's right here. All right, that's where it goes, on my shoulder strap, usually. If the knife is small enough, this one can go on there, right? But sometimes I wear it in a 45-degree cross draw, right? When I'm not wearing a pack or I'm wearing the Ribz pack only. And that light, all you got to do is nudge it where you want it. It's nice and bright. Nice tactical flashlight. Or I could take it out of the holder and use it, with my hand, right? So that goes back in its holder. All set up nice. All right. I got a nice Sunto compass on there. I tell you, if you order something from us, a custom sheath system, you're going to get quality gear. Quality. I don't mess around with cheap crap. It doesn't benefit anybody to use cheap stuff. It is more expensive. You will pay more money for one of my sheath systems than other makers out there. Not a whole lot, but you will pay some more. Okay? I can't tell you how much because it depends on you, right? Face mount ferro rod. I got a live fire sport underneath it, right? It's another new thing I'm doing where the live fire can be punched in, punched out from this side, and this shock cord from the ferro rod holds it in there. Trust me, these are in here tight. You're probably going to have to undo these screws just a little bit to pop it out. That's intentional. I want that thing in there so that you don't lose it. So you will probably have to loosen the screws up just a little bit. Now there's two shock absorbers right here that, kind of work as shock absorbers. They keep that nice and tight but not too tight, right? So you basically just undo the screws a little bit, pop it out, right? Use it, put it back on, screw. Now, a lot of times I will hook a striker right here with a screw. I'll put the striker here just so you have it. You can use the striker, right, to undo these screws if you don't have a multi-tool. But I don't know any self-respecting outdoorsman that doesn't carry a multi-tool or something to undo screws with, okay? So keep that in mind if you carry one of our systems. It does have screws that you might have to loosen up a little or remove to reconfigure things, right? It's got a fine AccuSharp diamond hone on it, diamond rod sharpener. It's a fine one. And then on the back I got, a tech lock for pack carry, shoulder strap carry like I like to do here, like that, right? And I tell you, that's a hell of a draw right there. I mean, it doesn't get much more utilitarian than that. I mean, if I have it attached there well, right? And then you're ready. All right? Yes. Showing you some of my moves. All right. There it is. Tabby dangler. Nice, strong, sure-up plate. That's 3 layers thick. 3 layers of Kydex thick. And this one's 0.95, this layer. So that is really... You can't, I tell you, if you took pliers or something, you'd probably crease it, but that's freaking strong. I've only had one of my sheaths crack, and that was under extremely hard use. The guy flipped over the handlebars of his ATV, landed on top of the sheath, and the knife went this way, the tabby dangler went that way, and he cracked it right here. He didn't crack it here, he cracked it down here, right? But the good thing was, it was still usable. It was cracked but usable, right? He said, Doug, I will gladly pay for another sheath. Because, I mean, he's one of my die-hard clients, right? He said, I'll gladly, but I didn't make him pay for it, right? We made him a new sheath. We put his accessories on it. I sent it off to him, no problem, right? They are guaranteed. If you do something like that to it, if you're able to, I'll replace it. Doesn't happen often, so I'm glad of that. Okay, so there you go. There it is. My nice, cool Brenton Good quick hatch knife. It's the quick hatch trapper. This is quickly becoming one of my favorites to use in the bush. Not only because it's a pretty knife, it's a handsome knife. It is built very well and it holds an edge phenomenally. I'm very impressed with this knife. Kydex Click, Yellow Hawk Click, C-L-Y-H-C-K, The Click. Check out our forum on Facebook. the Click. It's the CLYHCK, the Click, and it's for guys who are all about outdoors, knives, military, hunting, whatever, bushcraft. We do it all. Okay, so anyway, just wanted to show you that. So for you guys who are new to the channel, we do a lot of different things at Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. A lot of different things. Frequently you'll see me in the bush doing reviews or showing you a piece of equipment like this or whatever. Or I'll be doing reviews in my room here or showing Kydex sheath systems. We do a lot of different things here. And we love fixed blade knives. Quality fixed blade knives. I tell you, I'm not like other reviewers. See, other reviewers, a lot of them, that's how they make their living. They have to review every single knife that comes on the market. It's what they do, right? I don't think every single knife that comes on the market is worthy of a review because they're kind of all the same and, you know, seen one, seen them all type thing. And, but they derive their living doing that. So if you want every single knife, go to those channels. Living Survival with Ben Pitsley, Chris Tanner from Prepared Mind 101, Grey Wolf Survival, Bill Blust, who else? Michael Rochetti from Omega Survival and Exploration. One of my big favorites is Edward Lawson from Top of the Line Training. He's got an awesome YouTube channel. Awesome. This is a guy that has been there, done that definitely, and is giving you information about this stuff. To me, guys with experience are invaluable. And he's not a guy who's been doing this for a couple of years and decided to start a YouTube channel because he thought he could make money at it. This guy's a been there, done that, jump master, Halo qualified, military free fall qualified. The guy is phenomenal. Ed Lawson, Top of the Line Training. He is a hard charger, high speed, low drag, no doubt. All right, okay. Did I miss anybody's channel? Let me think. Native Survival with Mitch Mitchell. Malcolm Coder, The Hidden Woodsman. These are all good channels. Shug Emery from Minnesota. He does a lot of hammock camping in frigid temperatures. I'm talking minus 30. That guy's out there in a hammock. All right. Shug Emery. S-H-U-G-E-M-E-R-Y. Shug Emery. I think you'll enjoy his channel. That it? You know, whatever happened to Ted's Outdoors? The young kid? I tried to help him a couple of times with videos and sent him a couple of knives and stuff, and then he fell off the face of the earth like a year ago. I'll bet you he went to college. I'll bet you. He was a young kid. I want to show you guys something. Now, I see everybody wearing that Lester River Bushcraft Boreal shirt, right? That wool Boreal shirt. And it's heavy wool like this jacket. This is a 100% wool jacket from Columbia that I like to wear sometimes. It is really heavy. So this is my Wandering Parsons Polar Fleece anorak. I like wool. Wool works very well, especially in frigid temperatures, right? It really keeps you warm if it's thick wool like this. I love that Lester River Boreal Bushcraft shirt. I just can't afford one. I wish I had one, right? But I would only use it for really frigid cold, like minus 10, 0, 10 degrees, things like that. Otherwise, I'll take something really light that's still very warm, very water resistant. Even if it does get wet, it dries out like that. Wool takes quite a bit longer to dry when it gets wet, but it still keeps you warm even if it's damp. This is the Wandering Parsons anorak, polar fleece. Comes down past my butt, you know. Got a nice kangaroo pocket, a hood. And the Wandering Parson, he is getting, I'm trying to remember his name. Jody, no, Troy. I can't remember the guy's name. And I'm sorry, I apologize. Somebody tell me his name in the comments. What's his name? I forget. I haven't talked to him in a while, right? He made me this, right? I traded him a sheath for it so I could review it, and it's in a lot of my videos. Love it. I love it. It's warm. I sleep in it sometimes. It's lightweight. Hey, you just can't go wrong. Just can't go wrong. And it's not $300. It's like $80. You know what I mean? Something like that. So, anyway. I'm a polar fleece guy. I like wool, but it does get heavy. And the thicker wool is really heavy. I do a lot of this, backpacking. I don't want to carry anything more than I have to. I'm already carrying too much because I like my accoutrements. Now, here's another thing I like to do with this front pack system or chest pack system. Since I do build custom Kydex sheath systems, leather over Kydex sheath systems, I've also learned to use the Ribz pack as a utilitarian carry system as well for my sheath systems, for my knives, right? So this is one way that I like to carry one of the, in one of the configurations that I like to carry. And basically all I got here is, I got the tech lock just snapped into the shoulder strap right here, right? Just sitting there, right? And I tell you, with these Ribz, I'll walk around camp with these on. They're very comfortable. I mean, you know you got them on, but they're stable. They're comfortable. They're not, you know, you can sit down with them. You can even take a shit with these things on, right? I've done it. Honest engine. Honest engine. Anyway. This is one way, you know, so I got an inverted draw system, right there. Just real quick. Inverted draw system. You can do this. You just take the tech lock off, undo the lock. Take the tech. It's the one thing about tech locks that I don't like. Sometimes they're hard to get undone. That's why I like my slide locks sometimes. They're a lot easier. Although they're not as substantial as this. So I'll also take the whole system. I'll take the tabby dangler, bend it back, right? Put it right on the top there. And I'll walk around camp with it partially open so that I can get to my knife at a moment's notice, right? I just reach in, right, and pull the knife, right? Just be careful that if you do it that way, you don't cut your Ribz pack putting the knife back in, all right? But at the very least, it's right there. Even if you, I do it this way too. I'll walk around camp like this. The knife is right there. You unzipper it, flip it open, draw your knife. Or you walk around camp with it partially zipped. Okay, nothing's going to fall out. These are deep pockets, so keep the handle of your knife out. You walk around this way. You need your knife, you pull it, you use it, put it back. That's it. Keep walking. Eat, take a crap, whatever. Right. So that's another way I use it. These I tell you, the sheath systems are really versatile. Right. You can do a lot with them. And the Ribz packs are extremely versatile as well. So they go well together. Right. And you know, there's all kinds of ways you can figure out to carry a knife on these things. All right. If you're left-handed, you just put it over here, well, inverted over here, right? Just like I would take and put it inverted on the shoulder strap of my pack. All right. So I always say that, you know, living in the field and doing all this stuff is 90% common sense. You guys can figure this out. You're smart. everybody I meet in the forums, they're all smart guys, right? Anyway, that's it for that. So that's another way you can use the Ribz packs. Okay, guys, I think that's it. This video is primarily about the Ribzwear front pack. I call it a chest pack. My buddy Bob, the Grizz, turned me on to them quite a few years ago. I've got 3 different versions of it. I use them for different things. Check them out, www.ribzwear.com. This is Doug Wilson from Yellow Customs Outdoors. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. We're high speed, low drag.